Alright. Happy Monday. Oh, hi, Nick. I think it went okay. I just hope before the end of this month happens, which is tomorrow, I hope I get some art sales. That's what I'm hoping for, but we'll see. Because I haven't had any for this month, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. I knew I was right about it not being the CEOs. I knew it. I watched this. I mean, sorry, last week's episode. This week's episode hasn't come out. I knew that it wasn't going to be the CEOs. I knew they were pointing us in that direction for a reason. I knew it wasn't going to be them. I knew it. I knew it. Uh huh. Yeah, good amount of people in my family are born in September, so yeah. Oh, hi, Mildred. I was just telling Nick about like this weekend was good, but I'm sad that I haven't had any art sales for this month, so yeah. And I was also saying that I knew the CEOs didn't do the darn. I knew they weren't the darn killers. I knew it. That's also what I was saying. But yeah. uh, I don't. I feel like I do wonder if both of them did it, or was it one so the other one to do it, or something like that. I'm curious. All my shows are good. Like all my shows are good. All the ones I'm watching. Murder in a Small Town is good. Doc is good. Only Murders in the Building is good. Reasonable Doubt is good. What else do I watch? And I'm almost done this mini series, which is about Amanda Knox. I had saw the movies, but I never actually seen the show from her actual point of view. So I think it's really interesting to watch a series based on the actual person's point of view that actually experienced it, rather than a not having the family's input or the person's input. So yeah, but yeah, I'm thinking. Um, oh yeah, and High Potential is awesome too. I love like how they used the stuff from last season, or the end of last season, in this season. I love that show. That's a really good show. I like that show. Let's be honest. All my shows that come on Tuesday are Doc, Murder in a Small Town, what else going on? High Potential, Only Murders in the Building. Thinking home. There's something I'm missing. Bloody crap. I think. I'm thinking. I watch a lot of shows. On those are all come on Tuesday. I'm trying to think of. I feel like I'm missing a darn show. What the hell show is it? Wednesdays, Thursdays is it? Thursday is Reasonable Doubt. Wednesday is the short series I'm watching. No, yeah, those are all Tuesday shows. I watch a lot of Tuesday shows. And yes, next I can't wait till next week though. 911 is coming back. I am so looking forward to that. Oh my gosh, dude! I know Chimney is gonna be the captain. That's gonna be brilliant. I'm so excited for that, dude. Yes. Um, I was gonna say, I'm excited for a lot of shows. See, if I still watch Grey's Anatomy, I'd be excited for that, but I don't watch that anymore. That has too many darn seasons. It's on like 22 seasons. Me and Nick, I think, are both caught up to the most current episode. Um, Dude, I knew it wasn't gonna be the Derns. I knew it when I said they were pointing us towards you. I knew my ass knew. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'm not watching no Dern. I'm not watching Grey's Anatomy not again. Like not from the beginning. That's way too long. That's way too freaking much. I'm not doing that shit. That's ridiculous. I'm watching Degrassi, but that is at least decent because hello, it's 33 minutes each episode. Now Grey's Anatomy is like 40 minutes for each episode, so hell I know. I know. Hell, not doing that. Um oh you meant to say huh? Yeah. Um Thinking, what else do I like? I don't know. I totally because they said I think was I watching a trailer or something? I think somewhere I saw it said based on the reason the whoever killed them is like someone that might have been in the story. The one thing I was thinking, at least before I thought about the thought where it could be someone that was in the series the whole time, I thought before they even said that, I thought it's probably someone that's been weaved in and out of the Dern show that we didn't even realize because they didn't really put. Oh, that's annoying. Thank you, Nick. That was pissing me off. I was about to blow up. I was about to get really damn pissed. Thank you, Nick, because I was really getting aggravated by that. Um, back to us saying, well, I thought that it was going to be someone that was weaved into the show, like they were not a main character, but they were one of those side little characters that was going to be the one that did it. That's what I thought. Honestly, their name kind of told me they're probably gonna be a troll, but it says random audio 01 ready. Like, why would you name it that? Freaking bull. Wanna be nice. Be nice. Not a bitch. Don't be a bitch. You can do it. Okay. To me, I think I like. I don't know, but I feel like they didn't really show his wife, so I'm like, where did these random wives come from? Because they didn't really ever show his like. Maybe because they didn't show his backstory. Maybe that's why we didn't know about the wife and all that crap. But I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, they all. But they live. That's literally what they do. That for every freaking. No, but you know what it makes me think of? That's why I probably like it. It makes me think of Pretty Little Liars. Because Pretty Little Liars, they would always steer you in one particular direction, and then it's like not. It's someone that actually was like someone that they would know. And the way they did, man, Pretty Little Liars was brilliant, I swear, because the person who did it was Spencer's twin, and then also Jessica had a twin on the different series. So you wouldn't know. The thing I was when I rewatched the whole series over again, like after I watched the original, when I watched it on TV, and then I watched it on my tablet, I was like, oh my gosh, that is brilliant. Because if it's a twin, and if they know like the telltale signs, telltale things that their actual twin does, they could just mirror that mess, and then nobody would ever, because there were scenes where they show in the Darren series where Spencer is not actually in the scene, but her twin sister, who is an evil Darren character, is in the scene, and they were like, "Oh, like how the hell did I not notice?" Because she freaking plays the role so convincing, you would not have guessed. Which would actually be brilliant if they kind of use those in any other show, like if they like put like a twin, and then you're like, "Oh, that's how I didn't realize," because they were acting completely like their mannerisms were the same. Like, I just thought that was brilliant that they had. It was originally on TV, um, where they had shown. They said they had not knew who A was besides Lucy Hale because they said they didn't tell Lucy. They didn't tell Lucy or Arya or the girl who plays Arya in the show because she would tell like she would like spoil the thing, so like she wasn't gonna keep it secret. That's what I heard. But I'm like, well, so everybody else knew who it was, but besides her, I'm like, well, that's got to be interesting, like an interesting thing. Um, I kind of wish they would do something like that for a show that I watch, like another one where you think it's gonna be like this character. Because when I saw this, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw the series finale of Real Lives, I was like shocked because I was like, oh my gosh, that's how because that's how she tricked everybody. But it was clever as hell. It was smart because you would not the one thing I always thought, even when I was watching the series on TV when it was originally aired, I was like, it would make perfect sense if it was one of the people you would never think it would be. Like literally, I would have never guessed Spencer having a twin sister and all that stuff. I would have never guessed that because they said that Mary, which was Jessica's twin sister, who was Spencer's biological mom, because she didn't realize she was adopted. Let's be honest, none of us bloody knew because they don't tell you all that until you get to the later seasons. So you're like, what the hell, like. Because they made it seem like it was somebody else. Like, oh, this person was adopted. This person, well, there was another person that was adopted. So, because they pointed, and they had, and the thing is, the person also had the same bloody initials as the actual bad person. So, like, they pointed in that direction. I'm like, oh, that makes more sense. But then it sucks because people get framed and people wouldn't have got arrested for the wrong thing when it actually wasn't legit. So I'm like, okay, wow. But I ain't gonna lie, they did a hell of a job. I loved how the backstory built as the character progressed and like you see different areas. Honestly, it was brilliant. That show was one of the most brilliant. That was a brilliant damn show. I don't care. I remember I watched it from graduation from high school on until it ended 7 years later, which is freaking crazy when I think about that. It was a that was a brilliant Darren show. Like I love suspense shows, so that was brilliant. I really liked that it was a suspenseful show the whole time through. Like I remember when it was on the air, I was like, oh, let me go. I need to go and watch the show. Like I would like don't talk. I would tell my family, don't talk to me. I need to watch the show. Don't talk to me because this is a time where you could like let's be honest, when it's on air, you can't pause it and back it up when you miss a part. So I'm like, don't talk to me right now. I can't be spoken to because like if you miss one episode, it fucks you up. Like it's kind of like Teen Wolf. It f's you up because you're like, oh, you're like off by a whole lot. You're like not sure what's happening. And that's the one thing I hated about you can't when you have live crap on TV, you can't go back and go back and like back up if you miss a part. That's the bad thing about it. The honestly, I really love I definitely agree with Mildred. I really like the backstories like as later on, and I loved when Emily got confident in herself. Like all of them got confident in themselves, and honestly, I loved Hannah and Caleb together. They were my favorite couple. Arya and Ezra got on my damn nerves at points. There was points I did like. I'm not gonna lie. I love the part where Arya like flipped out and like threw the book because she found out she was being used all the time. And I loved how they had I do love how they had a part in the show where they were about to get married and then she found out she couldn't have the kids. Not that I love that part, but I love that they had a character that had someone you had to she had to evoke the emotion because like that's not you don't typically see something like a scene because you see them going from teenage years into adulthood and like the time jump and all you see all these different like progressions of things and then it's like it's most insane because I'm growing up as the series growing up, but it's like it's interesting because when the series was running, I was only it was only 18 when it first started, and then I go through certain periods of my life at the same time the show is going through periods of life. So I'm like, it's kind of like I'm living as time. Basically, I'm living in the same time period as the show was. So, but it was interesting. Honestly, I feel like the series reminds Degrassi and I feel like Paralyzed are two quite like they take on very realistic challenges that you could have. Like you could always have a stalker like because that's what to be honest that's how it started. They were the stalker like Allison was the first one to have it. She was a stalker then she ran away because all that stuff happened and then the friends ended up having the same stalker. Um, even though there was a stalker that was a killer though, which was kind of insane. And that crap could actually really happen in real life, which is fucked up, by the way. It's effed up that that could actually happen in real life. Um, yeah. What? don't know. I feel like I'm definitely very curious to see how um High Potential turns out though, because they have a. I want to see if Morgan's gonna end up finding Ava's father, because she's been looking for him, and they're like doing this whole thing. They haven't found him from season 1, so they're in season 2 now, and she's trying to find her, and the daughter doesn't know that part because the mom's not telling her until she gets some definite answers. Because like I would be effed up. You already haven't seen your father for most of your life, so then telling her would make it uncertain. I'm not sure if there's a new Degrassi. Oh, it's not really new. It's just a continuation. Degrassi, what's it called? Next class or new class? Whatever. My point is, that's not new. It's newer, but it's not new. That's off air now, though. I forgot what it's called. Degrassi something. I think it's called new class. Let me look. Or is it next class? One of the stinking, something with an N. Hold on. Let me look. And it's not new. It's not on air anymore. And also, what they're supposed to have a spin-off of the show. What the hell was it? Oh yes, they're supposed to be making a spin-off of Seven Heaven. That's what I mean, not spin-off, a reboot of Seven Heaven. What's I gonna do? Let me see what it's called. Yeah, it's called Next. It's called Degrassi Next Class. Is what it's called. And it was on for 4 seasons. It went off in. Wait, it only went out. It was really on that long. Let me look. Let's see how many. Let's see how many. On from. Oh wait. I could have sworn it was on longer than that. Hmm. Yeah, so actually it was only on for like a year, but there was 4 seasons in that year. Okay. Um, yeah, thinking. Uh, yeah. So I definitely love the series that I grew up with. That particular series I grew up with. I was a child when it first came out, which is really freaking crazy. Um, I'm talking about Degrassi, the next generation. I was a kid when it came out. Didn't realize I didn't watch it when it was fully. I didn't watch it when it was on air. I watched it after because, um, yeah, that some of the stuff was very mature, so I wouldn't want to watch that. Let me look on my tablet because I don't know if my chat is broken. Sometimes it breaks, and I'm not aware. So let me look. Let me look. No, it's not broken. Okay. Just want to make sure it wasn't broken. Um, you said because we got most of the TV 2 years late in the 90s. Oh, so you feel like the same show. Um, well, also because I can't remember how I watched Degrassi. Dang. Because it's in Canada, it's sometimes Canadian or different shows that are from different countries, even though, Canada is still in the same continent as the US. It doesn't sometimes certain shows come on later, but I can't remember. Sometimes it doesn't. I know you know what I was watching the other day? Code Lyoko. Dang, that show was good, but I didn't realize how freaking I didn't realize how intense it was when I was watching it. I didn't realize it was a French show either. Um, so yeah. Um, Sorry, I heard something outside my house. Technically my parents' house, but yeah. I I just think it's really interesting to watch shows that are actually realistic and not shows that are so filled with drama. I mean, of course, Degrassi's filled with drama, but it hits real issues. Like people struggling with their sexuality, people having like learning disabilities, different issues that like honestly back when I'm thinking about back in the early 2000s to I'm not sure when the series ended. Can't remember. Because it's 14 seasons, so I don't remember. Because sometimes they have season on top of season, sometimes they don't. So that's why I said that. I just love that they have like real issues in the series because it makes you like actually be able to relate to it, and I think that's probably why that show is so popular. Um, like the one I'm watching right now, I'm on season three because I'm rewatching the series. I'm so sorry, I don't know whose one that was. But back to saying, and I'm sorry for I think it's maybe it might be the bus because I think this is the time kids come. Some kids are not able to come home. Back to saying, um, I think it's really cool to see real issues tackled and the way like being an adult watching it back as an adult watching it when you're a child it's not the same but when you watch as an adult and you've been through some stuff you're like oh crap that's actually it hits hard like some of the stuff some of the episodes I was watching oh my gosh I was like this is so upsetting like and like I mean I know of course they're playing characters but this stuff can happen to people so I'm like okay this crap is real I remember the one I watched was like I don't remember what season it is it was the one with what's her real name Jordan how the hell do I say her last name something with a T I can't say her last name I never know how to say it but she used to be on the show Life with Derek and so um yeah, she used to be on the show with Life with Derek. I can't remember her darn last name. She played a transgender in the show, named Adam. Thank you. I was ignoring that, Nick. Thank you. So I had saw the episode where she died in the show, and I say like that because they don't really show what happened. We just see like there was an accident, but we don't see the rest of it. So. Which I love that they don't actually in the show, at least in the series, Next Generation, they don't actually show like at least I've never actually seen the full deaths, but I'm also rewatching it, so I guess I'll find out if they show any deaths. Not that I want to see that because, yeah. Um, but I don't think there's any shows nowadays that actually show, I feel like a lot more shows nowadays don't show like really real issues. As they did, which is interesting because you would think maybe that yeah I didn't think their combo was offensive. You're fine, Nick. I saw that. It just kind of confused my brain what was happening. So I just kind of find that you pushed the button. But back to saying uh oh yeah I was saying that I think I wish more shows nowadays like hit real issues because I'm I'm sure kids after us, generations after us, they have the same issues. Like it's no different. It just they're in a different generation. Um, so like I feel like unfortunately I feel like some kids have to grow up sooner because they don't realize their issues and it's okay to have struggles and challenges, but um yeah. Um, yeah, that's what I feel like. But I feel like there's not like cartoons are fine. Oh, hi, Scobie. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Um, but yeah, I just think that I wish there was more shows like Degrassi out there. Maybe not exactly Degrassi, but you know what I'm saying. Shows that are realistic. I've never seen the show, 13 Reasons Why. I've heard of it. I think it's a Netflix show, probably why I haven't seen it. I don't have Netflix. Um, yeah, but um. I'm thinking. Well, I'm glad you're doing okay. I can't believe October is about to be here. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about the end of the year coming. I don't know how I feel. Um, uh, my brain is like, You said it's been a roll. Oh, that show is a roller coaster. I see. So the roller coaster, emotional roller coaster of a show. Yeah, I can't be watching things that are emotional roller coasters because I already am a sensitive person, so that's not gonna work. Because I told you how when I watch shows and I get emotionally invested, let's be honest, I was emotionally invested in most of the shows I've watched. So when something happens on the show, even though I realize it's not real, the crap feels very real. Like on like some shows where there are character deaths, I'm like crying like this actually happened. And like hence why I can't watch. I'm trying to make sure I don't watch shows that are. I'm trying to make sure I don't watch too many shows that are like that because when I cry I get headaches, and so no, thank you with that. Um, it's annoying. It's always been like that. When I cry I get really bad headaches. But yeah, I'm very. Anyone question for you, Nick? Because I think you're the only one in my chat that actually watches Well, because I don't see emojis, that's why I said you, Nick. For do you think that's I know it's not I'm trying to be rude, nothing. I'm serious. Do you think Selena looks different in the is it the hairstyle in the series? Because her face looks different to me, and I'm not sure is it from something like my brain. And I'm not saying like any cosmetic work. It's just it looks different. Maybe it's the hairstyle. Cause I'm trying to figure out what. Because I've been looking at the show and I'm thinking, why does it look different to me? Because he looks different than all the other seasons, and I'm not understanding what the hell is about it. Or like why her appearance looks different to me. Like her, I don't know what it is. And I'm not trying to go on her. I'm asking a question because I'm literally my brain is like, what is it about? Is it the Oh, that might be. That could be it. I didn't even think about that. That's what it is. Her face has changed because of that. That could be it. See, I'm not trying. My point is, I wasn't trying to body shame her or any kind of thing. I was just because my brain was confused why she looks so different to my face. Like she looks so cute in her wedding pictures, though. I saw her wedding pictures. They were so beautiful. I was trying to figure out why she looked different to me, and you're right. That is what it is. She had fluctuating issues in the show. Fluctuating. That's what it was. You're right. That's what it is. I was trying to figure out, and it's nothing wrong with the weight change. My brain was trying to figure out what I couldn't place what was something was different. I knew that. I don't. Even though I didn't like some of the hairstyles Mabel chose, I did not like some of them. I'm not gonna lie, because it didn't work for her face. I'm just saying. I loved her hairstyle. I really liked her hairstyle on her wedding on the pitch because I saw pictures of it. It looked so cute on her, like with the wedding dress and the hair. It looked so cute. I liked it. But it's really weird because we're around the same age. It's interesting though to see, even though she's a celebrity. Um, but I just think it's interesting. I just think it's really interesting to watch as a character develops. You see all the different changes. Like, I like Mabel, but I wish they didn't. I feel like sometimes they give her like the. I know I like her sassiness, but I don't. I feel like there's a piece of the character I don't like, and I'm not sure what the hell it is. Like, and I don't know how I feel about. I don't know how I feel about Charles in this third season. It's weird a little bit. Um, I pay attention to the hairstyle because it affects the way I see the face sometimes. I know it's not weird. So I think that's for everybody. When certain hairstyles can affect how a face looks to you. But I really do want to see like both Mabel and Charles in good relationships because let's be honest, both of them kind of had shitty relationships on this series. Like Mabel and Charles had shitty relationships. Why does Charles' character keep going after the murderer possibly? What the hell is that shit about? First Jen and then this new lady. Come on. Like what? I'm not trying to be mean. The only one who has a good relationship in the main cast is Oliver. Come on now. They can't give Mabel and Charles like a good character. And actually I didn't mind Mabel's the one who had left for like that what did he have? Like some kind of job he got over like seas or whatever. I didn't mind that one. That actually was a stable-ish relationship on the series. Um but I don't know. I feel like why the hell does Charles keep going for the murderer? This is some bull. Like Can you like what? Someone should have like some like a freaking a radar to tell him, oh, this is a bad person for you. Like, don't go after. Actually, I feel like Mabel might have said, don't go after. Like, don't like be like professional. And yeah, that didn't actually work out for him. He's not. It was not. He was not professional. Like, this is like. Yeah, you said no, but seriously, he really does. He like remember he went out with Jan, and she ended up being a murderer. And then now this other lady who might be a murderer. Like, what? I wonder if it's. And the funny thing is, I feel like remember when in the first season, or I think it was the first or second season, where he was talking about how he had a good relationship with this lady and she had a child and whatever. I feel like after that was discussed, they purposely put him in shit like relationship or something on purpose to like. I don't know why they would do that though. Like they couldn't put him in a good relationship so we can actually. And I feel bad because he was like the only one. I don't know. I just feel like that's some bull. Like at least Mabel's character had one good relationship. The other one was kind of iffy a little bit. But then I'm thinking maybe they purposely are putting him in the situation to to be involved with the personal murder so we could get close and like probably figure it out. But I don't freaking know. I ain't gonna lie. The first season, I was not expecting Jan to be the murderer. Come on now, I did not expect that mess. And the reason I expect it because she played that character very well, so I wouldn't have expected her to be that. Like it kind of shocked me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I still forgot what. Oh yeah, it's because he was. I forgot he was dating her. That's what happened. What the hell? Oh man. Wait, wait. Who is? Which one is that again? Who? What character? What character? What character does he play? Does he play one of the sons or something on the show? Because there's so many different. Because there's a lot of characters in this particular episode. I mean, this season. Like the lady with all the sons and they think they're on the mob and all that mess. Like which is insane, by the way, let's be honest. And the part that made me laugh on this season was stupid. The part where they went to the house where Charles Mabel and Oliver went to the house and they opened the door and then they thought they were about to get killed. Can't say I fault them because I probably would have thought that too because the way their acting seemed like they were gonna do that. So like the sons are interesting. They're interesting. Oh, I didn't see because there's like I said, she had like all sons, so I don't know which character he is in the thing. I'll have to look his name up because I don't. Wait, is he the same character? I mean, is that guy the Keegan guy? Keegan Michael Key? Is he the same one that I watched this? I saw this little thing on Twitter where what's his name? Is his name Cranston? Cranton? Whatever. The guy from Malcolm in the Middle, who freaking, is that the same guy? The one who couldn't, where Michael Cranton couldn't take a straight face? Maybe not the same guy. Maybe someone else. Maybe. I'm not good with names. This is why people need to be. See, if you like tell me the person, like any character, I might. If you know, tell me the person in the show, they might betray. Oh, he put the mayor. Yeah, I don't like his character. I didn't stand him in the show. I'm sorry. I don't like him as the. I don't like his character though in the show. Like he plays the mayor. He's like an irritating in the show. Like the mayor of New York in the show. Like I hate that crap. Like can you stop pushing? He's so stupid though. Like why is he asking about being in the podcast? Does he not know what the podcast is about? Like because they keep saying the podcast is about murders. Why in the hell is he keep asking can he be in the podcast? Oh, take my card. Call me if Ready? Ready? If it's I'm gonna Nick. If it's him, if he's the murderer, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? I'm serious. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck if he's the murderer? I'm gonna be like, what is this? How you gonna be having him do the murder, but he don't even show up in the show like that? So at least the series, the season. So how are they gonna have him as the murderer? Like, Dude. He's not good. I'm glad he's not meant to be the likable character. He's annoying. No, I'm not gonna lie. The funny episode for this season, the funniest one, was when freaking Charles was trying to get the darn coffin open. I'm not laughing about the funeral part. That's not what I'm talking about. The part where he was trying to get the coffin open, he was trying to be like nonchalant, which did not work out for him. He was trying to shake the coffin and open the thing up, and he fell off the coffin. What the hell was he? He was like doing all that little, I don't know how to explain it. He was trying to get it open, but he couldn't. And so Mabel, or what the hell was up there on the thing? He was the one who was up there trying to give the eulogy. And then Mabel looked over, and then I think it was Oliver might have been up there, I think, or someone. And he was trying to be nonchalant, trying to get the thing open to see if he had all his fingers, remember? And he couldn't get it open, and it looked so awkward. It looks so awkward. I'm thinking, oh god. I was thinking in my head, oh my gosh. If I was there, I'd be like, can I hide now? Can I hide, please? Like, this is embarrassing. Like, you can't, like, because if you, like, do something wrong, then you can never show your face again in this, like, yeah. Like, dang. And, because they said they were gonna go down to the lobby because they didn't know they were holding that, they didn't realize they were holding like the funeral thing in the actual lobby. They just thought they were gonna go down there and he was gonna be sitting in the freaking case or the thing so they could open and check if he had his finger. And it was no, but also remember he wrote he's part of one of the writers of the show. So he's hilarious though. I ain't gonna lie. I love Steve Martin. He's awesome. He's a funny guy. All the shows and movies I've seen him, and he's hilarious. Like I was watching the other day. I was rewatching or watched it again. Bringing Down the House. That thing is freaking hilarious. Freaking hilarious movie it is. And then they have Queen Latifah. They have like a lot of comedians in that show. They have Queen Latifah. Steve Martin and what's the name? Eugene Levy. And they also have the lady from the Dalmatian movie. I don't know her actual name. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He did a hell of a job. I don't know who else wrote the series with him, but it's a hell of a damn series. He did a hell of a job with this darn series. Dang on it. I wonder how many more seasons they'll have. And if they're going to end the series, they got to end it actually good and not end it on a cliffhanger, dude. This show, it's crazy because you wouldn't think of yeah, I know he's 80. It's insane. He looks good for 80 though. He obviously is a very pretty active guy. He moves pretty good for being 80. My goodness. Probably was 79 when he wrote it, but dude, he was getting on this show. Does anyone else not think the CEOs did it? Because I don't think they did it. I think they're trying to point us in that way. And I think it's weird to me that they're trying to control the narrative. Oh, yes, you know who I love in the show? She's like a side character, but I love her. The detective lady. Her name is Donna Williams. That's why I couldn't remember her name, because it's so darn common. Williams is a common last name. Donna is not I don't know if it's a common first name, but Williams is a common last name. That's probably why I couldn't remember. I love that. She's a black detective cop. She's like, I'm not going to get involved because the last time someone got involved, they had to move to Florida. I was wondering when she was going to come back in the series. So I'm like, how the hell are they going to have the dang show without her? Now you're thinking the mayor did it? No, but seriously, it could be dude, it's one of the people that you don't. It could be. I don't watch naughty shows. Dr. Singh. Dude, I want to know who the hell it's gonna be. Okay, Mildred, Nick, guesses for the show. Tell me. Guesses who you think did it. I know. I don't care what he says. I'm 100% certain it's not the CEOs because they're pointing us in that way. And that's why I think it's not them. It's the one. I'm serious. It's always the one you don't suspect it is. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It could honestly, now that you say that, it could be the mayor, and then or it could be the wives. I feel like it's 50-50 there for right now. It's not the CEOs. I don't care what nobody says. It's not the CEOs unless it's unless they have some kind of mask on to disguise themselves to how they were. Then that's different. It's not the CEOs. You think it's gonna be the mayor? Hell, damn. I don't. It could also honestly, it could be a conspiracy what am I trying to say? It could have been more than one person that did it. Because I think when I saw the two different murders in the show, I thought that it could be like I thought it could be a tag team because I'm thinking I feel like it could be the mayor plus the two wives now because I'm thinking like but then the way that, because it's weird how they randomly threw in that little part. Dang it, Mildred, you're not at the part so I can't say it now. Oh, fudge. I can't say it because then I'm gonna. Yeah, I can't say it because I'm gonna ruin it, and then that's gonna. Oh yeah, no. Be a nice. No, dude, Nick. The motive could be trying to get on the dang podcast. Remember, he's trying to get reelected. Remember, and also we don't know if he. For all we know, he could have been one of the people that was in the darn room. That room that's under the Arconian. He could have been one of the players, and he didn't want to be outed. We don't know because we don't get to see every aspect. So I'm very curious to see what's gonna happen, how they're gonna spin that. I do. It's just to me. It could. I actually it could be the mayor now. I think about it because I know from all the true crime I've watched through my whole life, people that are always the ones that be getting involved in things, like pushing to get involved in things, are typically the ones who did it. I've seen so much true crime, a lot, that I know the people that typically are pushing to. Now I'm more certain, like 75% certain that the mayor did it, and then maybe the wives were added to. They might have helped. I wonder. Now I'm thinking that because I know from true crime the people that always insinuate themselves like Jan did and the other people they insinuated themselves kind of in it, pushed themselves in it. Like the guy, the one who Mabel ended up getting kidnapped by. Abel ended up getting kidnapped by. He pushed himself in the thing. He was like, "Oh, I want to see your." What did he say? I want to see something. Like my point is, I gotta get. I'm very curious. I would love it to see if they do like a I would love to see if they're gonna do like it's gonna be collaboratory because that would be interesting because I've never done where it's more than one person at least so far that I've seen, and so I don't know. Like also, Nick, you really should watch Murders in a Small Town. I think you would really like it. It's a Canadian show. The Well, you I don't know if you ever watched Smallville. One of the characters from Smallville is in there. They had she's one of the main characters. Her name is it Kirsten or I always say the name wrong because I don't know how to because of the spelling. I think it's Kirsten Kerr. So you can write it. You can type it in. It's KIRST. Is it either E or IN? One of the two. And then Kerr is KREUK. Dude. I don't know, I just already decided from now on, right, we gotta work up to this point, then we can take a break. That's what I'd be doing. You know what I'd be doing? I'd be watching actually, when I'm watching my good shows, I don't be watching them when I'm doing work because then I'm distracted. Yeah. Now, my good shows, I'd be watching them at nighttime before I go to bed. Like, that's what I did for my series. Sometimes I stockpile them and then I'm like, okay, the weekend comes, Mariah can watch it the weekend time. That depends on what mood I'm in. Like for last week, that's what I did. I waited till the weekend to watch them. I watched this movie. It was called Taxi. It was pretty good. It was with Jimmy Fallon and Queen Latifah. That crap was freaking hilarious. I swear to you. Oh my gosh, that movie was brilliant. That's my new word. That should be my catchphrase. This is brilliant. That should be my catchphrase. You should make sure your phone is nowhere near me. See, I have my tablet. See, so I have this near me when I'm doing stuff. Um, because I need. Sometimes I don't like complete silence. Typically, I know why. But when I'm doing things, I don't like complete silence. I don't like it. Sometimes I don't mind it, but other times I need it. Like I can't um do without it because I need noise. Even if it's background as well, I'm doing something. I need something. Even I'll put my radio on with classical music. I love classical music, by the way. It's great. Yeah, came out in 2000 and maybe four or something. Oh my gosh, I feel old. I feel old young. I say old young because I'm thinking like something came out in the early 2000s. Oh my gosh, I was like a child, but then now I'm in my 30s, so I'm young. Plus, sometimes I feel old because I'm like some of the kids that are alive today weren't even born yet, which is insane when I think about it. But then I'm thinking that happened to the generation before us, like that would be the case. I do think I think by the end of the year we'll be at 1700, which means the year will probably end with the celebratory stream, but we'll see because we're not there yet. Um, so yeah. Um, Thinking. I don't know what show am I looking forward to like Tuesday. Actually coming out on Tuesday. I definitely want to see if they're gonna find Roman on High Potential, but I feel like they're gonna stretch that out because they've been stretching it out since last freaking season. So probably not gonna find that out yet. Then I want to see how I do want. I want to. I want. I do. I was saying to myself because why not watch shows. I'd be thinking, oh, they must have put. I'm thinking they must have put. I have a feeling because you know how in the I don't know. Well, you probably guys remember it. How did I get a How did I get a coffee bot? Huh, that's interesting. I have a coffee bot. I've never ever seen that. And thanks, Mildred. I've never seen that in my chat. I know what it's from. It's from coffee, but I've never seen it on my actual chat. That's different. Well, that's very different. That must be new. I wonder if that's really new. Huh, must be new because I swear, I've never seen it before. Okay, but that's what I was saying. Um, I really, really, I really want to see if they're gonna, because I was thinking when I was watching the series, actually while I was watching the progression of the season, I was thinking they might have shown remember how in the first episode or second episode of this season, that is kind of cool. I've seen it on other things, but I've never seen it on mine. But okay. Back to what I was saying. I guess I got distracted. That distracted me. I really think that like you know how they said in one of the episodes, Mildred, not Mildred. Dang it, Mildred's character. Why did I say Mildred? I meant to say Mabel. Mabel's character had where she was like, "Oh, this girl was from my past." So I'm kind of wondering if they're going to show like how in the first season and the other seasons they showed the people's past and then people that came in and out. I wonder if any one of the people that was unconspicuous in the fifth season for Lester's past. I wonder if they're gonna be. It is a good distracting. It just kind of like threw me off a little bit. That's all. But I just wonder if like is it gonna be like where did we ever see the? I don't remember in the past seasons. I don't remember if I ever saw the wife for Lester. I don't remember seeing her. That's why it's confusing. Like was she ever actually in the? Was she actually in the show? Because I swear I don't remember. Because I feel like it's so. I do feel like it's so closely linked to Lester, but I don't. But I also have to be. But they also have to be linked to whoever killed Lester had to kill Nikki, so they have to be linked. Whoever. That's one thing I was saying. I said because they had to both know. Yeah. You said it's interesting, huh? She was on the show for the. I feel like she. Why do I feel like I don't know why I feel like I saw her before though because I feel like she might have been maybe. I don't know. I just feel like I saw her for this season, and oh, Mildred, you didn't know this because you weren't in here. Me and Nick were in here like talking, and then we saw your little. We got this. It showed this thing. So when you made a purchase, it showed like it said this little coffee bot thing came up, and it kind of scared me because I was like, what the hell is that? Because I've never seen that before. It actually pushed like the link for coffee through, and then it told me that you made a purchase on my actual live stream. I've never seen that happen before, so it must be a new feature it has on here. Okay, just to let you know, because it kind of just it distracted me when I was talking, so I was like, oh crap, accidentally, I accidentally said your name on accident when I was talking about Mabel, because I was thinking about Mabel, but then I saw your thing, and I was like, oh crud. Um, but I really want to see. I want to see if it's going to be similar to how, um, dang, in season 4 where the guy was like, "Why you say oh crap? You're fine." It just. But the thing is, at least I also remember. I also get emails or. What was it supposed to be a surprise, Mildred? It ain't nothing wrong. Seriously, it is nothing. And actually, that made me happy. So you should be happy. I hope that makes you happy. It made me happy, so it should make you happy. But you were trying to surprise me, weren't you? Because I know you like surprising me, which makes me happy. Um, but what the heck was I? I don't know. I totally feel like they would like hide the character inside of the story, like to make us think it's not that character, but it is that character. Like so, like me and Nick are starting to think that it could be the mayor. I think it could be the mayor plus people, and Nick might think that same thing, but I don't know if it's going to be actually the wife, like I think. But then I feel like those are the most obvious people, so I'm like, I don't know if it's going to actually be the wives because sometimes they, like I said, they will point you towards the character, and it's not nothing to do with that. They may have known about that business, supposedly, that business they have. I can't say anymore because Mildred didn't watch the whole thing. Dang it, Mildred! I'm trying not to say things, but I forget because I forget you're not up to where me and Nick are. I need you to catch up. But seriously, like I feel like they're pointing us in the direction that it could be, but I think they're purposely pointing us that way because they're like, oh, if we distract them, we can sneak this character in, and actually this character, like you think it's just the mayor? I think it might be the mayor plus some extra people because I know, and I have a feeling it has to do with his re-election thing, and I think that he might have been in the darn casino thing or whatever that thing under the building is, and once it, I feel like he wants the reason why he keeps pushing to be on their podcast is because he's like, you remember even at the funeral thing, he was like, oh, because he was like, no, because the reason why it's weird is because he at the funeral thing or whatever, he was like, oh, I'm going for re-election. That's not for real. Who the hell talks about re-election when you're at someone's funeral? I mean, come on now. Like, you don't have no decorum that you don't think, oh, that's not the proper place to freaking, like, not do that. And then it's to me it's also interesting, not just the funeral. He keeps bothering like Charles about the podcast. Like that's like the second time he's done it. First it was at the darn funeral, which makes no dumb sense. Why are you bothering someone at the funeral? You at least you're supposed to say you respect. You don't bother someone at the funeral. And then second off, the second time is when he sees Charles at the restaurant thing, and he goes bothering him. Oh, think about me if you want to do for me to come on the podcast. And I'm thinking in my brain, the first thought I had is when they said the podcast is about murders. It almost makes me think, do you know? You know what I thought? Well, I just thought it now. Is that like why do you want to be on a murder podcast? Do you know something about these murders? Like, is there something about the murders that you know and that no one else knows? So, like, do you have do you have information about it? Like, so, like, cause like this is not about like a re-election. And let's be honest, everybody, let's be honest, at the funeral, Charles said this is about murders. Why do you want to be on it? and the second time he said this is about murders. Like he must have some knowledge. They don't. The thing we know about this series, they don't put characters in here for nothing. Like all the characters that they put in the show is not. They have some purpose, and I do wonder why all of a sudden this character's brought into this turn. I wonder why he's brought into there because all of the other 4 seasons before, I didn't see no mayor in this series. Like, why all of a sudden is he in here? Because each person in the show we know has some kind of we know they have some kind of significance to some of it has to be one of the characters. It may not be the dead person. It could be someone else, but I do suspect he has something to do with it. It just is weird to me. Like I said, I watch a lot of true crime, and the person that is always trying to like, oh, we should go find. I'm not saying it's every time, not it's not every time, but most of the time when people are like trying to push to find or push to like be involved so hard in the thing, they're typically the ones that have done it. They're trying to point the face somewhere else. And I think he did it. I don't know why he would have done it. I'm not. I'm thinking maybe to cover up some kind of. Maybe he was in some kind of debt and he like owed somebody. Maybe, or maybe he took some of. Maybe he could have taken Lester's money, which is actually that's a great thing. Because remember, if you would not. Actually, I think no. Mildred watched these episodes. The ones where they should show that Lester had gotten killed and then the little thing that he always has, that little elevator crank thing that he doesn't no longer use, of course, where it was on the floor and then all of a sudden it's not there. They said I remember him saying, if you don't find elevator crank, then there's something wrong, and then the elevator crank was not there. So like, okay, like who the hell took it? Because we know that the one thing I do remember is we know a dead body cannot take the darn the crank thing that was there. Honestly, when they said it was a suicide thing or whatever, accident thing, I knew for a fact it was no damn accident. I knew it because like the show would not be called Only Murders in the Building and them showing. And I think it has to be more. The reason I think it has to be more complicated than what we think, because it can't just be about Lester, because we know him and Nikki both got murdered, and I don't even though they're trying to point it in a way it is, I think whoever murdered Lester had to murder Nikki because they both are in the same little group thing, whatever that casino thing, whatever the hell that club thing is. So whoever, maybe one of them, maybe both of them were like, we're going to say something. And so the people were like, oh, hell no, you're not saying nothing. I don't know. I guess I do suspect Nikki might have been killed first and then Lester because of how the body was like hidden for Nikki, so it tells me maybe they might have had more time. And I also think it was probably more than one person because the weight of the body probably be heavy to lift up and put on that little thing. I'm just saying because you have that I'm pretty sure a body probably weighs more when having to lift it up. Sorry, got distracted because of some imbecile with their noise and I can't focus. But yeah. I don't know. Those are just my expectations. I don't know for a fact. But yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's my thought. And I wonder. I don't know. You said you think it's highly likely that tumor. You think it's highly. I think they. It's possible they're not, but I think they probably more likely are because they're both member. They're the one. The reason that Nikki and Lester are connected is because that little club thing. They wouldn't be connected otherwise. And they didn't. And the weird thing to me is they didn't show too much. It's possible they're not, but I don't. I just think they might be linked. I do think they might be linked. I suspect that. Well, I guess we'll see. I can't believe we only have like not that many episodes left. And I'm like, I hope. I wonder if this is gonna be the first season with 2, or this is gonna be the only season with 2 murders. Because like, I not, and if there, I just can't see it being more. I can't see it. I don't know how if it's not connected, then the one thing I don't know. Yeah, I know we're halfway through. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel conflicted, because I feel conflicted because I'm like, dude, that means supposed to be done at the end of October, and I don't know how I feel about that. But I guess it's good for me because I have so many shows I'm watching. Like, so that's the only good thing. But I hope it's, yeah, me too. I really hope it's not the final season. I'm kind of worried because I don't know. I just feel like they could end it like that. But if they're gonna end it, I hope at least they give us a good finale. If it's gonna be the final season, I need them to have a good ending. Like that's not. I don't know. I just I can't. Like I just need my shows to like. I need the shows I actually like to have good endings, not garbage like endings. Like some of the shows I watch, like some of the shows that have been got canceled have shit like endings, and I get angry. Like the ones I've seen, like Alert had a crap like ending. So did Star. Like so did most of my series that got canceled. And I'm like, why the hell would you do that to me? Doctor Odyssey had a shit like ending. All the ones they had like because they're cliffhangers, and I need to know the ending. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I know. No, I need them not to do. I need them not to do that. I need them to actually end it on a solid foundation ending, like solid foundation ending. Like you feel like so, I hope they I hope they actually have another season. You said we can't. Yeah, we're not telling any. I'm not telling her any. Dude, yeah, honestly, there was a few seasons that made me laugh throughout the whole. Wait, I love the detective though. The detective is my girl, man. She be yasping on it. She is great. I was literally when I first saw the season, first came out. I was like, when they gonna bring the detective in? Because I'm like, what the hell, man? Yeah, I'm trying not to. I'm so sorry. I know I spoiled things for you, but I tried not to give away everything. But I don't know if I did good at that. I'm not good. See, this is one where I can't hold in secrets not well. The detective is my one of my favorite characters, even though she's like a side character. Brilliant, dude. Brilliant. And I feel like because she has the sassiness that you're not really expecting, kind of like Mabel's character. Mabel's character has sassiness, but it's kind of like a sassiness, but it works for her character. Like I feel like if like Oliver or Charles had sassiness, it would not really. They have a little bit, but it wouldn't work for that particular character because like Oliver, I still want to know how. I don't know how he does that little snort laugh thing. I mean, brain's like, huh? Because I don't know if that's. I don't think that's a real one, real laugh. But if it is, I've never heard a laugh like that before in my life. I'm like, huh? Um, like that shows one of my. I know why I like it. I wonder if that's actually a real thing. Like, I really kind of. I'm glad it's not based on a real like actual podcast because it would make me kind of sad because it's actually depressing that there's like all these murders in one building. But I would honestly, I would have never guessed the comedy in this show would actually work for the series because it's such a serious topic. But I think because it's a serious topic, because it's a serious topic, the only reason it works, the comedy works in the show because it's so serious. Because it makes some of the tension go away because so the show is very intense. Like particularly, like the topics are intense. I really think you would like. I don't know if Mildred watches it. I think both you and Nick, you and Mildred would both like the series told you about. I think you like most of the series I talk about on here. Have said about like spoken about. I think you would like Murder in a Small Town. Those. It's a good series, and the thing for that series is that each each episode is a different like murder or different. It's a different one, so it's not the same based on the same one. Um, yeah, there's it's pretty good, honestly. Also has its bits of drama, but it's I like it. I'm looking for. I like that series. Just like I like suspenseful series. I don't. I'm not saying I don't like drama, but I like suspenseful series a lot more than I like drama series. Comedy is okay. Yeah. So it comes on TV, but I can't remember what it's on Fox. I'm trying to think. I think it might be on Fox, but I get to see it the day after. So it releases when the TV series, the shows come on Tuesday. I watch them on I can watch them on Wednesday. So besides of course Only Murders in the Building, it comes on like 12. I think it comes on at 12 a.m. on Tuesday. So that because that's a Hulu series originally. That's why I can't wait till Tell Me Lies comes back. I've been waiting for that. I'm like, I need to see what the hell is gonna happen. I've been waiting for it. I'm gonna need them to bring it back next year if it's not gonna come back this year because Mariah needs to know what the hell. I need Brie to slap someone. That's what I need her to do. Slap somebody. Yeah, see, mine would be suspense slash mystery or whatever. There would be the first, and horror would be never on my list ever because I hate horror. Then it'd probably be drama. Then it'd be comedy, maybe third. I hate horror. Hell no, bitch. Hell no with that. Freaking hate. Of course you would say that. I hate. Yeah, see, if you watch anything horror around me, I'd be like, yeah, I gotta go bye. I'm serious. I'd be like, gotta go bye. I don't like. I really don't like horror. I can watch some horror things. I do not know. Nah, there's certain things I cannot watch. Like that stupid commercial that keeps coming. The one thing I hate about the Hulu subscription that I have, I can't skip the ads because the one with I'm not paying almost $90 a month to have no ads and live I mean have no ads and live TV. Hell a damn no. That's too much money. I don't got that kind of money. Back to what I was saying. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to also Paradise coming back. That's a really good series. And I gotta finish watching Scandal. No, I don't know if I watched that. I told you I don't like horror. You know why I don't like. Yeah, I think it costs almost $90 a month because it's TV because it's who not the one I have. The one that has live TV and the Hulu together. So hell no, not paying all that damn money. Hell no, hell no. And the subscription and it's going up. It keeps going up. Hell no. Like that's supposed. I think it's supposed to be. That's starting next month, October. That's starting. Like my subscription is going up too. Like all this, I'm not about to be going. I'm not paying that kind of money. Like you might as well paying that kind of money. You might as well just watch it on damn TV. I'm just saying, paying $90 per month. Hell no. Hell no. Nope. You might as well be tripping. It made me think in that movie. Yeah. I'm glad I watched it the way I watch it then. But yeah. Thinking. Yes, I can't even pick a series. If I had to pick a series to be canceled, I would not. I don't know if I'd pick one. I don't know if I could pick one based on the series I'm watching because I like all the dang series I'm watching right now that are current series. So I don't know what I'd pick. I definitely would not pick. I definitely would not pick Reasonable Doubt. I definitely would not pick Doc. Only Murders in Mill. Hell no. Like I need all of my series that I'm watching right now. Definitely not Rookie when he comes back. Hell no, bitch. Like all my series, I need them. Like you can't just if you're gonna like give it a decent ending, I can go for that. But if you're gonna like crap it out and like decide, oh, we're not playing it anymore, like you've been doing with the series I'd be liking, I know. A negative. That's a negative. No, all the way. I've been having some of the coolest comments and some of the shit like comments which I delete. I'm not sorry. I don't apologize for deleting comments because some people say the most disrespectful crap on here and I'm like, I'm not dealing with that. And if I don't have to deal with it, then you don't either. Oh wow, we only need 50 more. Well, based on this particular what I'm looking at right now, we only need 50 more until we get to 50 more people until we get to 1700. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm conflicted because I don't know. I don't know. I get conflicted about it because the more people we get, it's not a bad thing. It's just I just think I just don't understand sometimes the. Cause I know it's always good versus bad, and like yes, that happens all the time. Not that happened for we only need 50 more. I don't know how I feel about that. I wish with the seven that we're getting to 17 when we get to 1700. I hope that comes with some more Patreons too and call. I want my first coffee supporter. I don't have one yet. I'm looking for my first coffee supporter, and still want six. I do still want six. I want six monthly paying monthly subscribers for Patreon, and I would like at least one or two um monthly supporters on Coffee. And of course I want that for the end of the year, which means we got like about 3 months. So it didn't have to be by 1700. I just would like it before the end of the year. But I don't. I honestly, I don't expect anything because people often let me down, so I don't get my hopes up on that. La, la. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Darn, I lost my thoughts. Nothing worse than losing your thoughts. What's that? Oh yeah, they had. I didn't realize they had a live action of Code Lyoko. Yeah, I didn't watch that. Sometimes you ever watch something and you're like, oh yeah, I used to have like I was watching Code Lyoko the other day and I was like, oh yeah, I have the game. I can't find my charger, so I can't play the games I want to play. Um, Honestly, I've been playing games since I was 8 years old, so doubt that is ever gonna stop. Same with my art. I've been doing art since I was young. So I doubt that. I don't want neither one of those things to stop because I like both of them a lot. So hopefully my freaking chat isn't broken. Hold on, let me check because it hasn't been too bad today. Let me just check because I don't see it moving, which makes me concerned. Oh, it didn't break. Oh, good. Nick still made me know it didn't break because he put, "Wow, you've been gaming since 4." Yeah, I didn't know what a game was back then. If I did, I don't remember. I don't have recollection of that. Um, but thinking, uh, I'm trying to see one thing. I'm trying to think in the future sense of things. So that sounds familiar. What's it stand for? I feel like I know that. No, I feel like I know what that stands for. I don't know why. I don't know. My brain is trying to think what that stands for. Um, Shoot. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. Um, Not that. Oh yes, what? You should have said, really, Nick. You had to do it like that. I don't know abbreviations. Yes, I do know that. I had a Nintendo 64. You should have said, dude. I've never heard anyone say it. Like that's why I didn't know what the heck you were saying, dude. I used to Me and my sisters used to play dang, what's that one? Played Nintendo 64, the Mario one. That Mario, I remember this one time. I can't remember who. I remember. I don't remember if it was which one of us. If it was my dad or one of me or my sister. We were playing. One of us was playing, and we thought we crossed the finish line. I think I could have sworn it was one of. I thought it was my dad, but it might have been me or my sister. We had thought we could cross the finish line, and actually, it was we were playing the Mario. Yeah, it was a Mario Kart, whatever. And then we thought we crossed the finish line, and he did it. They didn't finish. I can't remember who it was. Whatever, one of us, like I said. And he had thought we got to the finish line, and then all the other people passed, and then he said eighth place. It's funny. It's freaking hilarious. You make me feel old but young when you say that. 97. Because I was only 5, and you, of course, are older than me, so you were like 7. But, that's been crazy. When I think about, like, being a child, I forget sometimes, like, goodness, it don't feel like that long ago, but that is 28 years ago. My gosh, I don't know how I feel about it. Sometimes I feel happy, sometimes I feel sad, because, like, that much time has changed. Hello. Um, but I miss the 90s and the early 2000s. That's when I feel like stuff had quality back then, damn it. And I'm like, nowadays, I'm not saying nothing has quality, but it's not the same quality that it had back then. And I'm like I just, damn. I feel bad for some of these kids nowadays. They didn't get to experience what me and you have did to get to experience Nick. So I feel bad for that. There are certain experiences in my life I would not relive, but I would love to relive some of my childhood, like the definitely I would love to relive like watching like Hey Arnold and all the other stuff that I watched when I was a child, like Cat Dog. I love that series, I'm not gonna lie. Like a lot of the series that I had as a child, some of these kids don't know nowadays, like they don't know about all of the series, like they don't know about like Rocket Power. I love that series. Rocket Power was brilliant. I liked Doug was good. Trying to think, there are so many things I watched throughout my childhood, so I'm trying to figure out all the shows. Little Bill was great. Little Bear, like Franklin, like like a lot of different freaking cartoon and TV series. Like we had freaking Arthur and like Blues Clues. What the frick? Like some of these kids don't know nothing about this. They may have known because they see it nowadays with the updated versions, but if they didn't know the original stuff, like I loved like Clifford and Magic School Bus, man. That show was what a third show, I swear. I can't remember if it came on in the morning or the afternoon, but I remember like I was like, dang, like back in the day, you like didn't really get those repeats of the shows. Like I loved the Amanda Show and like all that, Kenan and Kel, like all the shows. Like the one, what the heck is that one called? The one with dang, the guy who ended up dang, what the hell is that dang show? Wait, it's a Jet. Hold on, let me look it up. I feel like it was Jackson something. He was like supposed to be a spy or something, and I can't remember what the hell damn show is called. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what the dang show is called. Freak. Was it Jet Lee or Jackson Lee? What the hell was that show? It was a Jet Jackson. Maybe in Jack Jackson. Hold on. I have to find it. It's gonna bother me because when I have a thought in my head and I don't get it out, it makes me really. Is it called Jet? No, not that. I don't think I knew about that. I didn't know they had a game. Jackson. Uh-huh. There it is. There it is. That's what it's called. The Famous Jet Jackson. That was a really good series. I don't know. Sometimes I forget things that were done back in. I didn't real. I forgot that was done in like. I didn't realize that was done in '98. Makes me feel freaking old but young. Old because I'm in my 30s. Young because I was only 6 when that series came out. But that was a really good show. Um, like what else did I watch? I'm trying to think. That show there was shows I watched when I was a teenager growing up too. I remember as told by Ginger I was still a child. The one I gotta say one of the funniest episodes of freaking Magic School was had to be the one where Arnold was like he was excited because he wasn't going on the field trip, but he ended up becoming the freaking field trip. That was so damn wrong. I'm not gonna lie. That was wrong. Oh, I don't. He was like, oh yeah, I don't get to go on the field trip. And then when they come out of him and everything get all big again. Oh, you actually were the field trip. We were inside your body. Okay, that's not. See, I'm not gonna lie. If I ain't gonna lie, I understand why Arnold didn't want to go on some of the field trips. Some of them were kind of insane. I ain't gonna lie. Some of them were like crazy insane. Like, cause let's remember. And then I think I forget also back then I forgot that he was also a child. Like he was a freaking child, like going into like these experiences. Like him being scared is natural because he's a child. Like if he was maybe older, I could see why they clown him, but they clown him and he's a child. He's like they're elementary school students. And I'm like, well, because you notice on the show they always are clowning Arnold, but then he's actually a child, so like why are you clowning a child? Oh wait, who's your favorite? I don't know. I'm not sure who's my favorite character on that series. I don't know if I have one. But I do like I love Miss Frizzle though. She like yes, she like the way I think her enthusiasm is what makes me happy. Like all because every one of the little adventures, she's always enthusiastic and all excited about it. Because she has like a childlike energy, even though she's not a child, she has the childlike heart, and I think that's what attracts me to her character. That's what it is, I think. Like, because I feel like I have a child like her, so maybe that's why I like that. Um, and I think that's a good thing to have a child like heart. That means I'm not saying the worries of every day doesn't get to you, but I think that it sometimes helps you get through life. Um, I don't know. I feel like I had a lot. Honestly, I feel like Disney Channel and Disney Channel, um, Nickelodeon, they both used to be good, and I feel bad because I grew up with some of the stuff that like was on the unfortunately some of the characters that were on that quiet on set thing I grew up with, which makes me sad because I grew up with knowing stuff I didn't know of until later I find out like Drake and Josh. I was a a child in becoming a teenager. I think when it ended. So I wouldn't. I feel bad because I there were certain things I just remember watching, like even watching the stuff about Demi. I didn't know about that, and then when I see this stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel different about the way I thought about them because my what happens in my mind is like, oh my gosh, people know they're all this stuff is why they're behaving that way. For same with Drake. Drake, I didn't realize he went through some of the stuff he went through, and I feel bad because you're like judging them based on a character they played, but you don't actually know what's happening in their real situation. So, like, that's the one thing that makes me feel shit like for sometimes. Like people, like even to me, I feel only a little bit better because I'm a regular person. Not that the celebrities are not regular, but the people that were close to them didn't know what was going on. So if I'm a watcher of whatever content that you're showing me and I don't know, like now looking back on things, I was watching this little documentary or this little thing on YouTube where it was talking about how the guy from what's his name? Jerry Trainer, the guy that I saw on, he used to be on iCarly and he was a little side character on Drake and Josh. They said he would on his days off, he would go to the set still because of he knew of how Dan was acting on the series on he knew how he was acting on the set, so he'd be on the set just to make sure that things were going okay. And to me that tells me a lot about the character of a person. Tells me the heart of how he is. Like he cares more even though he has days off, he cares about those children. Um and to me I just wonder I wonder sometimes what scares me. I've seen too much stuff about like childhood stuff, like trauma and crime and stuff. I watched that series. I mean, the movie. That was the most shit like movie. I'm sorry. I get mad when it comes to abuse. I get really damn pissed, and I really hate when it happens to children. Like all of the things I hate. I do suspect. I don't know for a fact something happened to Amanda Bynes. I don't know, but I do wonder. I don't know for a fact. I just suspect because how she doesn't want to talk about it. That's why it makes me think maybe something happened to her. And it's the ones that are more likely quiet are the ones that probably might have got hurt more than that's sad. It's which is the most fucked up thing. And I actually could have caused her. For all we know, I wonder if the bipolar stuff that she had, because she is bipolar, I do wonder if it was triggered because of stuff that might have happened that we don't know about. I suspect it. I don't know for a fact. I'm not going to say I know. I don't know anything. You can't possibly know anything unless you're the person. But I do wonder if that's why she doesn't. I do wonder if that's why she didn't want to like be an actress anymore. Like all that, did something happen there? Um, I watched this story on the two Corys, Corey Feldman and Corey Himes or Hi. I don't know how to say his last name. So it's an H. They're two. They're well. one is dead and the other one is older. And I remember watching, and also I watched this documentary on. I remember I can't remember when it was, 2010ish, 10 sometime. It's like maybe 2014, 2000, whatever. It was one of those times, and he was talking about I can't say the names or something because he felt like his safety was. I remember watching it because he had like security and everything. They had gotten him, the two Corys ended up getting sexually assaulted, and I do suspect this is probably a common thing that happens in the industry, which is shit like in my. This is literally one of the reasons I don't ever want, if I have children, I don't ever want them going into the field of like acting in the public. I don't trust that. I do not trust that shit at all. I don't trust it. I do, and that's the reason because I'm thinking I just don't trust that shit. And I don't. Like if my sisters ever had decided to do that, I don't think I'd be like, I'm staying right there. I don't. I'm leave right there with you. I'm not about to leave you. So as kids, yeah, I honestly, as a child, look see the part for me with the part that I hate, and I used to. This is the thing that makes me angry. I judged them based on a character. I didn't know the whole damn behind the scenes. And the way that pissed me off is when I watch, and this is how the thing when I watched a documentary about Demi's her whole life and her life and stuff after like all the traumas, and I'm like, oh my, I can understand more likely why she behaved some of the way. I think some of the responses that we saw back in like the 2008 and 10 and stuff was because of trauma. She had trauma there, and that just the part that really pissed me the fuck off out of all the damn things that made me really angry. There was two things that made me mad. She had gotten raped when she was on from camp somebody on Camp Rock, and they let the person continue on, which made her seem probably like, oh, what they did was fine, when hell no it's not. And the second time she had gotten raped is when she had overdosed, and that just I can't, because basically I'm glad that's the one reason I'm glad she's in a good relationship now. That's why I don't know her personally, but I'm glad she's in a whole better place now, because I can imagine, let's be honest, looking back on the past in 2008, you saw those like the blow ups, and I think that's probably why she probably was doing the drugs, because she was like, the drugs make you numb so you don't have to remember that shit. And then she had a shit like manager staff, so with her eating disorder, I think that might have also, I don't know if it triggered her eating disorder, but I know she had an eating disorder on top of all the drugs and all the issues there. Me being a person that actually has an eating disorder, I do understand. Thank God I don't have people that are trying to control all my behaviors and whatever. They want me to eat, they don't control what I do and do not eat. Like, um, I just think it's interesting how I think it's very concerning to me how the industry, any kind of industry in entertainment field, don't take any kind of they don't think about the person's mental health when they're going through things. Like, why don't they think about um the mental health of the people that are going through things? They don't ever think, oh, this person's actually a human being. Oh, maybe I should get they should get help if they need it. Like, or there should be like they just stop doing something. Like, for example, if they need there's a trauma, they should take a break and maybe get the help they need. Like, why is the mental health like put on a wayside? That's why I feel like a lot of these some of these celebrities and like entertainers of any way, like why they're might have some mental health issues. I'm not saying it's because of that, but they get worsened because they're not being listened to, or like I just think that's probably what it is. No, I'm not from Somalia. Let me make sure my chat isn't broken, because this thing doesn't always show me. Okay, it's not broken. I just want to make sure. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. I keep thinking it's broken because of the no one saying anything, so that's why I think it's broken. Um, because sometimes I wonder, because it's been where it's broken and I didn't know before, so hence why I always go and look on the tablet. But yeah, I don't know. I just wish people would put people first instead of the celebrity image they see. Because I think honestly, because people put the celebrity first, they forget the human aspect. There's actually a human there, and they just see the celebrity and make them, and then they push them into an area where they're not supposed to be, and then they can't handle it, and then you see mental health issues and all these other stuff come off because you're like, oh, this person never actually got like they didn't. They. We look at the celebrity. We don't see the human, um, and that's actually really sad. Like we just get to see because of the aspect they paint on TV. We get to see this, but then we forget they're human because all they talk about is the celebrity. This person's also a human being too. If you didn't realize, they may be a celebrity, but they also are a human being as well. They have the same. They may not. They may not have the same. Maybe they may have way more popularity, but they still have feelings and emotions, and they can still be hurt, like emotionally and mentally and physically. Not that I want any of that, but that is a thing. So I just think people need to remember people are humans. Um, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I wonder why people keep asking why that is a question. I don't quite understand. What is the question for? No, no, I'm just trying to figure out why people think I'm Somalian. I don't get it. I don't see it. Hmm. You feel like now, yeah, I do feel like they're taking them seriously more now, but I feel like, unfortunately, I feel like some people feel like they have to hide it because, and that's what, and then you see a mental break happen, and then you're like, why did they act? Because they were already struggling, but they didn't say because they probably felt like they couldn't, which is why I do think that's sometimes why we see mental breaks or mental crisis happening in the public because there was already mental health issues happening under the surface, but people told them to push it down, it ain't that big a deal, and then you see it erupt, like in the case of that you saw for Amanda Bynes. Even though I think it's because she probably was pushing all this stuff down because people told her to, and then she had a break, and then because she had the break publicly, they decided to have a conservatorship, which I do not think is right. I don't think anyone should take a conservatorship over anybody when because particularly I don't think that should be done in a when you I feel like sometimes for some it can be very it's controlling, trapping, like you saw the same thing with Brittany happen. Um and you get confined, and I think doing that on top of someone that's having a mental break, you're just making it worse. You're like just saying, oh, I can't, you can't do this, can't do this, can't do this, can't do this. Then what can I do? Like, and honestly, if I had someone controlling every aspect of my life, I'd be like, oh hell no, bitch, I'm not. I'd be like, that would be make me push it further. Like it's gonna get worse with the mental health. Me being having my own mental health issues, I can't imagine like someone saying, oh, you can't do all this, you can't do any of this stuff. Like no, 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 for all this stuff, and they're like confinement here. Um, you think a lot of the time mental health issues bother people most if they highlight the mistreatment people don't want to acknowledge. Honestly, for me, I'm a regular person. I have had mental health struggles myself, and I can't even imagine like having one publicly and having like people confine me and tell me, "Oh, you're not gonna do this. You're gonna be you're gonna be stuck in this spot. You can't have access to things you need access to, like, and then push you further into the place, a dark spot." Than actually help you be pulled out because you're actually trying to help treat the problem. Then I just don't like the control part because also you can also have someone that it doesn't give a crap about the actual treatment. They just care about the money control, which makes it bad. Like the ones that make it bad, like for you, like if there's particularly say there's a person that actually not having a mental health break, which probably has happened before, and they're locked into something and they can't get out because this person that has control of every access, all these access paths where I didn't give them access to, but the court signed it over because that probably has happened before. Or there's a person that's abusive, abusing their power. They knew that this is if I make them look like they are having a mental issue, then I'll get access so I can control every aspect of their life. Um, yeah, no. But my point is, I think we need to sometimes remember that even celebrities are human because I think a lot of us don't think about that. Um, I feel like the only time we ever think about them being human is when sometimes something bad happens, which is actually really sad because I do feel like that's oftentimes when people are like, oh, this person's human when something bad happens. That's when they're human, like they're humanized, even though they're actually still human. They always were one. We just stopped looking at them like that when they became famous. Um, but that's just my 2 cents. What the hell do I know? I'm just Mariah. I don't know. I just been thinking about that lately because I don't know. I just been thinking about things because I'm thinking like, oh, these are still human beings here. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, that probably does happen a lot. It's sad though. Um, Now the difference is if somebody signs over conservatorship when they're in their right state of mind versus of an abusive conservatorship because there are probably conservatorships that are done in right state of mind when they're maybe fully, there. But I was talking about the ones that are not signed in the right, like the person not in the right headspace, so they don't are not fully aware of what's happening. Oh, you think you signed it up for over for this amount, but no, it's not actually that amount. So yeah. Um, okay. Any questions? I didn't mean to go off that like rant, tant, whatever the heck that was. um, can't believe it's almost October. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I feel. You said it's very rare instances when they can be a good thing. Honestly, I would never want to do one or have one or have to do one for anybody. Don't plan on doing any of that. So, yeah, I do believe it's abuse of power because someone's always in a state of power um when that's done. I'm thinking, hold on. When it's done, it's normally the person. That's the one thing I don't like about it. It's a fully one side. I feel like it's fully one side has the power, one does not, and so it's unequal. So I feel like that's the one thing I hate. I don't like when I don't. That's the one thing aspect I hate about conservatorships, where someone has all the power and the other person has nothing. Like so, basically, you either and then also I don't like ultimatums in that particular. You either sign this or we'll make you have to sign it by going for a judge like that. I do wonder if how often that happens without acknowledgement there. Any questions? You said it's a trust that is so far but all. No, I believe with that. I believe it. Yeah, I believe that. Um, I don't honestly. Yeah, I think a trust would probably be way better option than conservatorship. I personally never had it to deal with either one of them, and I hopefully never have to. Um, and I feel bad for anyone that has ever been put in a situation where they have to have conservatorship being done to them because that is shit. Like, it just sounds. I just don't. That's the one thing because you could trust somebody, and then once they get that signed, yeah, that could be your downfall or for detriment. So trust just helps a person manage their money better. And see, exactly, they have full access. I agree with that, and they have full access to their money. So basically, someone in control always takes control of the narrative, so they don't view themselves as the abuser, and any evidence of their abuse or PTSD and response whatsoever is insubordinate. Yeah, I know. I know that because I've seen enough things on TV and stuff about that shit, and I'm good. I don't care to, I don't care to watch a lot of all of that because that certain things just make me pissed. I don't like, I really hate situations in relationships or any kind of relationship where, can one of you tell me if the message down there is disrespectful or not? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nick, because I was not about to respond to that. It must have been a disrespectful message. Um, Back to the saying. Oh yes. I don't, I think anyone that has a power, a person who thinks they should have power over someone, there's something wrong with their way of thinking in the first place because everyone should have a right to voice their opinions, what they want to do, what they don't want to do. No one should have like, oh, you're gonna do what I say when I say it. That what the hell is that? That shit is not okay, and I don't care what it says. And I don't know. I'm also Mariah. What the hell do I know? Um, I will be myself every day, all day. People don't like it. People do like it, and I think you said the best. There is always better way. See, I don't honestly. I don't really. I just don't like situations where control is involved because someone can think people. You can think someone has the best your best interest in heart, but it may not be. That's why I really that's the one thing I don't like. I mean, sorry. That's the one thing one thing I don't like because you can never tell someone's intention. That's one thing I really can't stand because you could think someone is like literally got your best interest and they could be like the most. You could have trusted the wrong person. That happens often. Huh? Do agree with you, but a lot of people have no idea what type of relationship. Have no idea of any type of relationship other than a control one. Yeah, I unfortunately that's probably some people don't know. Unfortunately, it's sad. Do you understand? I don't like abusive shit. I don't. I hate that shit. I get pissed when I think about it. Actually, um, had a family member that was in one. Made me so fucking pissed every time I think about it. It makes me angry. I could have been in one. Thank God I wasn't. That was thank God the ex before my most recent ex I could die with. Thank God, thank you God that didn't work out. Oh, that was horrible shit. Actually, it was abusive, but it wasn't physically abusive, and I didn't like that shit. Why that crap? It's never gonna happen again. So, hell no. Um, yeah, and I completely understand the PTSD and stuff like that gave me PTSD. That particular stupid situation gave me it. Um, Luckily, I didn't lose myself in the process. I thought I would have, because I think that's what that person was trying to do. But samurai, I guess. I just don't like. I think people that are okay, that only think it's okay to be controlling, and that's the only time. That's the only thing you deserve. People deserve. Need to go fuck themselves. What they need to go do. I said that. I'm not sorry. Uh-huh. And they should leave people alone. They're the type of people that shouldn't be in relationships. They could just stay to themselves and stay away from people. That's what they should do. I'm not sorry about what I just said either. Like, but I think the people that are the victims deserve kind and caring relationships. And I'm sorry, I laugh because because Nick understood what I meant. Only because it's funny because the way I said it kind of sounded like harsh. That's why it's funny. Not because I laughing at what you said about agreeing with me, but it's just like because I got see what I'm saying. I get mad. That's what I'm saying. When I get mad, like I said, when I get mad, all things are off the table. I really I don't see anything but the anger when I'm really angry. Which I'm not fully really angry, so I can come back into the state where I am right now. But I don't do well with. I don't do well with. I hate abusive ass people. I hate them. I don't care. I don't give a shit about that. Like if you want to control somebody, control your damn self. That's what you go do. Control yourself and leave everybody else alone. Like nobody needs that shit around them. Like people deserve good people that are actually gonna treat them right. Not this person over here thinks I have to do exactly what they say, or if I don't do it, something will come to me. Like I do think when I watch some of the true crime stuff and watching Degrassi, watching the episodes where Craig got his ass kicked by his own father because he wouldn't do things the way his dad wanted. I'll be thinking, Lord help me, Jesus, because I know it's a show, but it makes me want to go through the dang show, through the dang thing, and hurt the father. That's what it makes me want to do. So I don't like what's happening. And Samisi tells me that when I have kids, if someone I already know myself. I know myself to a T. If I have kids and someone does something to them like that, I will go through something. I'm gonna need God to let me not. Let me not. I'm gonna need my spouse to do it because I know if I do it, I'm gonna get in trouble. Because I know how angry I get. That's what I do. I know when my cousin told me something, when she told me something and I was in college, I was like, God, so lucky. I'm in college over here on the other side of the state, or no, we were close enough to her. I came through the dang phone and hurt the guy. I don't care if he's older than me. I don't care if he's bigger than me. I don't care. I don't care. That's what I didn't care because I don't know who you think you're putting your hands on somebody. And I didn't. And if my cousin was a guy, I would still have the same reaction. If a guy or a girl, vice versa, puts their hands on someone that I care about, they're gonna get their ass whooped. This was gonna happen. I told my cousin if I ever meet the man that did that to you, I'm gonna kick their damn ass. Or I'm also gonna get my cousin to come and kick their ass with me. That's what's gonna happen. And I'm not sorry about nothing. You said you when you hear things like that, wonder what people put up with, but they don't realize it's because they think it's normal. It's actually really sad that they think it's normal. Yes and no. I do understand they think it's normal because, unfortunately, because they've been in that space for a whole long time, most likely, they don't see another way out. But yeah, see, I understand. I do understand everything. I'm not. I don't know. I get really angry when it comes to things. I do there's particular things I get really pissed about, and that's one of them. There's a lot more that probably pisses me off that I don't realize, but I don't do well. I put in, I remember watching true crime episodes about this guy that was getting hurt by his wife. I wanted to go through the dang thing and choke her. That's what I wanted to do. I wasn't sorry about it. I didn't feel nothing. You see, he ended up getting beat to death by her because his body just couldn't take any more abuse. I was like, and the way she was talking about it nonstop, I wanted to come through the day. See, this is why I can't be a police officer. This is why I can't be a police officer. Because of the police interview thing, she was saying, oh, he liked it. I was thinking, God, help me, help me, help me, Lord. I swear I was thinking that. I was like, God, if I could just only come through the day, just give me 5 minutes with this lady. Give me 5 minutes. That's how I felt. I don't care, like I said, I don't care if it's a male or female doing it. Keep your freaking hands to yourself. There's one of the rules you thought you learned in like kindergarten or whatever. Like, keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch nobody. If they didn't consent you to touch them, don't touch them. Like, I'm not. I don't think. I think people think I'm right. She looks so dang nice. Yeah, I do. Until particular, there's certain things don't mess with me with. Everyone that knows me personally knows don't fucking F with my fam. Don't mess with my fam because that's the one thing I hate when people mess with. Like, that's the damn thing. Yeah, she's deluded to think. Yeah, because in her deluded ass mind, the person, that lady, whatever, murderer's mind, she thought, oh, they're gonna actually believe this shit. Like, are you kidding me? Like, in my brain, I'm thinking, I was thinking she must have lost her all her faculties in her mind to actually think some person's gonna see all these marks all over the body and think, oh, he actually liked this. Like, I'm just gonna tell you right now, if he was my grandpa and that was my grandma, I would have beat the hell out of my grandmother for doing that. I don't care. And the thing that made me mad is you would think the guy didn't do nothing. I think he ended up getting sick or something, and that's why she started beating the hell out of him. That just pissed me off even more mad. Like, he got sick. I don't remember if he had diabetes. It was something, some kind of illness he started having. And I just, it's, that's the one thing I hate. I don't like people picking on people that are defenseless. I don't like that mess, and those are. I told you guys the three groups I have a problem with people messing with. I don't care if the person is the same age. I don't care if they were the same age at all. I hate when people mess with the elderly, children, and disabled. And if they have two of the things that I have on that list, that's even double the dang amount. I just no. There, see, God, I'm so glad that I'm not an Avenger or a police officer or a lawyer or something that I can't. I just feel myself getting like, what the fuck? I can't. I can't do it. I just can't. I just, I don't know how. See, I'm just gonna tell you right now. If I was a detective in that room, I'd be like, I gotta get out of here. This is literally what I would say. Because the reason I would get mad is because I feel all the dang feelings that victim feels and the family feels. His family, because he has family, I'm sure, feels for the. Are you? That's why I can't. This is why I can't do true crime a lot, because I start feeling the feelings the family must have felt, the anger and the pain, and it just makes me so angry I can't control. Hence why I don't do too many true crime videos on my channel. I am doing one. Actually, I'm recording one this weekend, but I'm not looking forward to it because I get angry when it comes to this. God, I'm gonna need you to help me when I do that video not to get angry because I know my dang self and I get pissed when I talk about things that happen when it comes to true crime. You know I get mad. And I also get emotional too. I just get emotional because I think about like watching. I've seen documentaries about this case that I'm covering anyways. I've seen multiple ones. Not recently, but I've seen it throughout time because I remember watching I hate watching ones with the family in it because it's not because of course I know it's a victim, but I hate seeing it because I had to see all the emotions of the family. I remember watching when I watched this case. I remember watching the people who discovered the bodies. I was like, oh shit, this is like a whole nother level that I hate watching because I'm seeing even them talking about it years later. You can still see the freaking feelings they had when it's like they're reliving the crime. It's like literally why I can't. That's why I'm grateful that I don't do this every day because I be hearing people saying like I don't know how. Like I don't want. I want the families to ever be victimized again and again and again. And I feel like sometimes doing certain crimes, talking about certain crimes, it does victimize. Depending on how popular the video becomes, can victimize family. sometimes I feel like the victim story needs to be told, so I bypass my feelings and I will do it because I've done that for one of the hardest cases I've ever had to do is for a little 3-year-old baby, and I got permission from the aunt. That was like one of the oh my gosh, I was so upset when that was one of the most devastating cases I ever had to do, and um and it really for me it was there was an added bonus on doing that one. I did it because I wanted, which didn't work out unfortunately. I wanted the sentence to get longer. I wonder if this bastard's out. I'm sorry. I was thinking about that because it made me mad. Because I was thinking about the little girl and I'm thinking about this monster who gets to get out. I don't even know how many years it's been since that. Because I know we were trying to get the dang Kate. We're trying to get him to get a longer sentence, which 11 years is not enough. And I don't give a fuck what anybody tells me. 11 years is like, what the hell? I try to be nice, but I can't when I get angry. I don't like when a child gets killed. I just hate that shit. I hate it. I just get really pissed. And there was no legit reason. I don't care what nobody says. Kids decide they don't want to do things all the damn time. Like, that is not a reason. Because you don't do what you want. Who the hell are you? No, see, I'm as if yeah, I'm right. Don't say things with your mouth. Just don't say nothing. I'm thinking things. Just don't say it. 11. I still can't believe the man got 11 years. I have to look. I'm gonna have to look his name up so I can see if he got out. I hope he didn't get out. And if they hurt him and he got hurt, oh well. He got out. He got hurt. I don't care. I feel nothing for you, dick ass bastard. Well, see what I'm saying? I get mad. Usually how mad I get. I don't like when any criminal gets away with them doing something to a person. 11 years is bullshit. What is that? I forgot it was some 2 years for one thing and like 9 years for the other. Damn it. It just makes me mad. Like, you bastard. Right, don't say what you're thinking because then YouTube's going to get mad at you. So, right, you can't say that out your mouth. I just thinking it, don't say it. Okay. The one I'm doing that I'm going to be doing which will be coming out on the 18th of October. It's going to be, well, actually this week's video is on 10 reasons autistics struggle with friendships. I decided to do that for a video, so that will be coming out Wednesday for paying Patreons and Saturday the 4th for people that are just on YouTube. And oh hello. But what was I gonna say? And the one that the true crime video I'm doing, which I've heard about this case multiple times, but I was little when it happened. It's about the Gallaudet University murders. It's so freaking crazy. I was a child when this happened. That's probably why I didn't know about it as much. I learned about it later on in my life. Freaking seeing when I first saw the documentary and all this stuff about it, I was like, oh the fuck, man, this shit is bad. Like, and the motive is the stupidest shitty motive I've ever heard in my life. Like, I'm sure if it just pisses me off. Like, the motive is the dumbest motive. Like, you killed them for that? That's my thought. Like, what do you mean you killed them for that? That's like literally just makes me damn. And I'm sorry, he was stupid. I will say it. He was that was a stupid reason, and it was stupid to do it. You should have just not done it at all. All you had to do was ask somebody, can I borrow some money? That ain't a hard thing to do. All they had to say is no. You didn't have to do that. I just don't understand. They were all young. 2 were 19, I think, and then the other one was 18. Like, why would you do that? The person who did it was 18. The other two were 19, I believe. And there was this whole literally, it happened. They were all freshmen in college. One happened it would have been 8 when the first murder happened, and that would have been 9 for the second one. fucking disgusting, by the way. And the reason it happened was because it was a robbery. That just pissed me off. Like I just like what we're doing it because of that reasoning. You couldn't have just asked somebody to borrow some money. Like why would you do that? Like I just every time I think about the like I remember, and the thing that made me I felt worse about is that someone had ended up getting blamed, and they all I felt that shit pissed me off really bad. Someone ended up getting blamed. Of course I'm not. I'm thinking rationally because that's what I think. This person obviously wasn't thinking rationally. I can't even, let's be honest, I can't even imagine let's be honest, when I was 18 and 19, I didn't think about doing any of that kind of stuff, let's be honest, but I also think rationally. So I wouldn't be thinking, okay, well, maybe you couldn't have called home and asked for some money. You couldn't have, gotten a freaking job. That's another option. You decided, oh, let me go and do this to them. And it makes me even more mad is because there was no way for them to like call out and say, oh, this is happening to me. That makes it I mean, of course they were all deaf. It just makes the whole damn thing worse to me. Like they couldn't call out and say, like, cause like when they're getting killed behind closed doors, they can't say nothing. They can't speak, so they can't, that just, it adds another level of what the fuck behind the whole situation. Like, I felt horrible when I was watching, and the lady was like, it happened in the same dormitory. Both murders happened in the same dormitory. I can't imagine what the kids that were going like, oh, I'm going away for college, and you get there, and this is like a little bit into the year. Like, actually, not even. It's like the first murder happened in September of 2000. So you would have just been starting like not that long into starting the school year, like, and then the second one happened in February of 2001. So like you have two, I'd be like, hell no, this is my child. If I had children and they were like deaf and they were going to this school, I'd be like, hell no, you ain't going back there. Hell no, we're gonna have to, that's a negative, because I'd be thinking we had a murder around here. Like, I wouldn't have felt comfortable enough to like deal with that. I can't imagine what both sets of parents felt like. What Ben's parents and what Eric's parents must have felt like. You send your child off thinking, oh, they're safe in an environment. I sent them to school, they're safe here. Like, I cannot imagine. Like, my heart actually breaks even thinking about this happened 20 plus years ago for both these murders. Well, for him, 25 and 24. I cannot imagine. Like, I can't imagine. I don't have any kids, but I can only imagine what that could have possibly felt like dealing with. Oh my gosh, like my child, like I turned them here and this happens to them. Like, what? Or like, I don't even know. Like, like when I was in college, I didn't think about any of that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not saying it couldn't happen. We had stuff happen on our campus, but I remember when I was actually in school, and I remember there was a shooting. Like it wasn't on campus, but it was near campus, and I remember like people had known this girl. Luckily she didn't die, but I knew there was someone that one of her friends ended up dying because he was trying to protect her because she had an abusive ex-boyfriend or whatever, and he had thought, I guess they were together. Even if they were, that's their choice because she's not with the guy. And she ended up, I think losing. I can't remember. I think she lost her leg. But I remember it was I remember because I was in college, like maybe it was either my freshman or sophomore year. I think it might have been I can't remember. I think it was my I think either it was my it was one of those two. It was a sophomore or freshman year. Um, I remember there was like everyone came together, like a moment of silence on the campus and everything, and it was like, oh my gosh, this actually happened. I'm like, I can't, I don't remember, don't think I knew anyone that knew her, but that was just insane to be that close to a possible, like a crime scene, like, and and that's just being close to it. It's not actually being in an actual crime scene, like a dorm. I just can't even imagine being in my own dorm and there being a shooting in there. I know my parents would have pulled me and my sister out of that camp. They wouldn't be playing. No, you're not going. They would have not sent me back. That's for sure. That was this, in my opinion. What should have been done? This is just my freaking opinion for this case. What they should have did is that campus should have been closed for a while because there was already panic after the first thing happened. But then the second one, and honestly, I've been like, hell nah, dang it, I'm done with this. I'm done with the schooling. I'd be like, I'm done with college. I'm not coming back here. That's what I would have done. But I didn't. That's the one thing I don't understand. That's the only thing I don't understand about this particular crime. Why? The thing is, they thought they could caught the murderer after the first. They had thought they caught the murderer, but they were wrong. They had thought it was someone else, but it wasn't. Then they were like, okay, the second one happens, and then they're like, well, what did what's happened? What did they have in common? I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I think hearing the details of this case, well, some of the details of this case, I think will be shocking for some. Others may know about the case, so it may not be shocking. But it's an intense case. So that one is coming on October. All my true crime cases I've done they're all shit like, and I mean shit like because these all didn't have to happen. Like none of the cases I've done had to happen. That's all. And so, yeah, I think I'm done with what I'm saying. Uh, Anyone have questions before I end today's live stream? Oh, you're welcome, Mildred. I will try. Hopefully I don't get my dad's cold because I know he's sick. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Oh, you don't have any questions? Okay. I try my best. I'm so looking forward to when we do our celebratory stream when we get to 1700. I don't know when that's gonna happen. And thank you, Mildred, also if you're still there for the surprise. If not, I'll message you on Twitter. That actually shocked me. I didn't even know. There must be a new thing Coffee has. Thanks everybody for watching and love you guys. I'll see those of you come to my Saturday streams on Saturday and also watch my Saturday content. Yeah. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.